What's up, everybody? Ghost Gamer here. And before I even get started with this video, I want to get a few things off my chest, and we'll go from there. First and foremost, if you even have the inkling of hopping on this video and basically have the intent of putting down service members, veterans, just the American soldier, sailor, marine, airman, coast guardsman, reservist, doesn't matter. If you attempt to put nothing but smack talk and essentially hate in the comment section, I will not put it up. I will not let it through. Consider that your ample forewarning. I'm not going to put up with that crap. Secondly, this is a video that I normally don't want to do, but there's a reason that I'm doing it, and it's mainly because of some of the crap I've been seeing in the last few weeks. Well, actually, the last few months. It's nothing new, but nothing's getting done about it. And it's by time that I put my 2 cents out there, and I'm sure by the end of this video it's going to be more like $1.50 worth of fucking 2 cents. This is something that I'm kind of passionate about, and it's something that hits real close to home. It is what it is. And third thing I'm going to say, and now granted I understand, at the end of all my videos I basically, say that I hope you like it, hope you enjoyed the video, leave me comments, all this other stuff. And usually I'll be like, oh, feel free to pass the word around. If you don't, that's fine. This video, I am actually making a request that everybody that watches this, please share it. And I'm not talking about, I don't want you to share it because I'm trying to improve my channel or anything like that. I can give two rats' asses about the channel. I want you to share it because hopefully this message will reach other people and help other people. I don't give a crap about anything else. It's just one of those things that please share the video, pass it around, share it with your friends, share it with family. I know not everybody's going to want to, sit here and watch somebody play Stranded Deep and rant and rave about this topic and all that other stuff. But I do ask you to please share it. I want to try and reach as many people as I can. With all that being said, there's a few things that has been plaguing me as of recent, and it's coming down to the treatment of my fellow brothers and sisters. That is, military personnel, both active duty and veterans. How they're getting treated by people in public, regular old civilians. How they're getting treated by what is supposed to be an attachment or mental health facility affiliated with the military. And most and foremost, the VA. An organization that's technically supposed to be kind of taking care of the veterans. And instead, it seems more and more that they are basically not giving two fucks about veterans. They don't give two shits about how we're having issues. They intend to just make it worse. Now, if you've had a positive experience with the VA, that's great. I would love for somebody to come out and say, hey, I've had a decent, okay experience with the VA. Because you know what? I'm sorry. I never have. The more and more people I talk to it seems like out of everybody I've talked to, everybody I mean, we're talking anywhere and everywhere from Korea and Vietnam up to the OIF, OEF time frame. We're not getting a whole lot of love from the VA. I'm not even talking about that bitch that fucking decided to try and lynch a fucking elf on a shelf and make a fucking rude ass joke at the VA. And you know what? I'm really glad that didn't happen in front of me, because I would have probably fucking flipped the switch and fucking kicked the shit out of her. And if you think that it's just keyboard commando talk, no, I take that shit real personal. I'm not here to try and drum up a fucking image or anything like that. If some of you were actually in the military, and you know what, here's the thing, and let me break this down real quick. I'll slide off the VA for a quick second here. The one thing that I've noticed that civilians don't readily understand is there's a high probability that a lot of the people that I was around in the military, other service members, there's a high probability that I was annoyed by them on a regular basis. I mean, I think out of everybody in my unit, there was at least a small handful that I couldn't stand. I didn't want to be around at all. But it is just like family. And it's the easiest way to put it. Because you know what? There's times where I can't stand my family. I don't want nothing to do with them. I just don't want to be around them. They annoy you, and especially when you're around them for too long, you just want to smack the shit out of somebody. Military members are the same damn way. You're looking at the same bastard every single day. And especially if you go down range, you can't get away from people. But you know what? At the same time, when shit hits the fan, the person that you don't like, it doesn't matter. 99% of the time, they have your back and you got theirs. All that little petty bullshit goes away. The family instincts kick in. You protect your fucking brother or sister as much as you can. You will fucking risk your ass doing it. Literally. And you know what? Civilians, I'm not saying all civilians, but a lot of civilians just don't understand any of this shit. I don't know how many times I've heard some fucked up, just completely ridiculous concepts about PTSD, about TBI. And what astounds me is nobody's really, well, I don't want to say nobody's really educated. They are not listening to what people are trying to say. I.e., the civilians are not listening to, some of these medical professionals. They're not listening to people who are experiencing it firsthand, people that had PTSD, so on and so forth. The little fucking goofy-ass drawings and shit that I've seen in the press with, basically a man in uniform has a grenade as a head. The guy behind him, who's a civilian, is like, "Oh, hey, welcome back. You came back in one piece. No issues with you." Yeah, well, just don't do that stupid shit. There are things that you do not ask. There are things you do not inquire about. And you know what? Usually, the people who are running their mouth about shit most likely never experienced it. If you have some poor bastard that just sits there and doesn't want to talk about it, quit fucking pushing. That is not the way to go about it. But anyhow, back to my original complaint here, my original topic. Like I said, this is a very heated thing for me. The VA puts out there that, their goal was to try and take care of you, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I understand that. I get it. More power to you. However, that's not the way it's been going. It seems like as of late, it's not so much this, oh, well, come on in, sit down, we'll talk about this, we'll figure this out, we'll try and fix you. It's more or less of, well, let's see here. You've expressed concerns, you're depressed, you're having issues. Oh, well, we're going to send a sheriff's deputy to your frickin' house. Basically create more stress for you. I understand it's a welfare check and all, but if you're not readily making a threat, if you're not saying you're going to go kill yourself or something like that, why are they inducing more stress? And on top of it all, they don't really want to do anything about it. Half these people that frickin' are supposed to be helping you are running their mouth behind our backs and fucking bitching about the shit, joking about us, and you know what? I'm getting tired of it. All they want to do is pump us full of frickin' drugs and call it a day. Well, you know what? I have one simple solution. If you, and this is why I'm saying I want everybody to share this video. If you're a veteran, or you're currently in the military, you're active duty, reservist, National Guard, whatever, you've been in the thick of shit and you're having issues, my email is right down in the description. No fucking shit about it. I'll go through and I'll list an entire frickin' list of people that'll help you out. Do not go to the VA. Contact a fellow veteran. You know what? We joke about being, well, a lot of us joke about being DVs, dysfunctional veterans and whatnot. You know what? When it comes down to crap hitting the fan, there's nobody out there that has your back like a fucking veteran or an active duty military person does. Not a single person out there. Not a single fucking civilian that knows what the fuck you're going through and how you can fucking do anything about it. I'm sorry, when it comes to frickin' PTSD and TBI and whatnot, VA is a fucking joke. I want you to, write to me. There's a lot of us that have been in the same shit. And you know what? Alcohol, I'll tell you right now, personal experience, alcohol is not the answer to that. It just makes shit worse. Like, just trust me about that. Turn into the bottle of JD on a regular basis to try and drown that shit away is not going to do anything to help it. Get a hold of one of these groups down here in the description. Get a hold of me. This is my personal email. Now, for the people that decide to go through and, oh, I'm gonna fucking spam the shit out of this guy. Yeah, well, trust me, I have ways of finding out where you're actually coming from. But I'm fucking serious as a heart attack. If you're having issues and you just want somebody to talk to that actually knows what the fucking shit you're going through, email me. I got an open door policy on that. And that ain't no jive. You have that statistic out there that, on average 22 veterans commit suicide in a day. Now, we'll ignore the sheer fact that I think that number is a little off. But there is way too many of my brothers and sisters that are taking the wrong way about it and going out in a way they shouldn't be going out. Too many of them are getting to the point to where they just think that they can't take anymore. And you know what? I'm sorry, guys, but that's not the case. And I don't want to be that person that comes out and says, well, if I could do it, you could do it. But you know what? At the same time, I gotta say it. I understand we all have demons. We have some deep, dark fucking demons in our closet. And you know what? It ends up piling up, man. Screwed up relationships. Screwed up this, screwed up that. Fucking depression. And you know what? I actually read the other day where somebody was talking about a few things, and I'm not going to bring up in specific detail, but somebody made the comment of, well, that's why a lot of us suffer in silence. And I just don't believe that's the way it should be. I could easily sit here and play myself like a broken record and say, you know, it's not worth it. There's so much to live for. And I know at the same time that when you've hit rock bottom, it's very easy to be saying, I don't know if there is. I don't know if there's a reason why I should be around. Maybe it might be better if I wasn't. You need to fucking stow that shit. I don't care if you just sit there and think about your niece, your nephew, your husband, your wife, your daughter, your son, your aunt, uncle, grandfather, grandmother. It doesn't matter who you're thinking about. There's always a way to fix shit. And you know what? Yeah, it'll get darker before it gets lighter, but there is a way to make things better. There are always things out there that help cope. That shit ain't never gonna go away, at least as far as I know. I'm not a subject matter expert on it, or subject expert on the matter, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but you know what? I like doing a few things. Video games helps. Paintball and airsoft actually helps after you get over the first few times of doing it. Surprisingly, it helps. My little frickin' mutt that I have over here that's actually laying on the floor no more than 3 feet from me helped a lot. I'm the type of person that in order to try and rectify some of the issues I was having, I'd work my ass off. There would be a point in time where I would literally get up in the morning and basically go until I passed out from exhaustion at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'd wake up and do it all over again the next day. Luckily, I've knocked that crap out. But I'm not going to sit here and try and tell you how to frickin' live. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how you should get help. I'm just saying, the gym helps. Video games, for me, helped. Paintball and airsoft, after a while, helped. Going out and playing with the frickin' dog helped. Apparently, the gym works wonders. But I haven't been to a gym in a couple years now. Well, quite a few years. It's been probably about 4 years since, well, yeah, about 4 years since I've been to a gym. So I can't really remark on that one, but just, if you are having issues, and trust me, I completely know if you don't want to go to your significant other and talk about it, because that usually opens a can of worms that you don't really want to go through. I understand there are people out there that share that with their significant other, and that's fine too. Hey, whatever you want to go about it. I'm just saying, if you need help, if you need somebody to talk to, there's a list of stuff down here in the description box. My email's down there as well. Contact somebody down there. Don't go to the VA. Just and I know somebody's probably sitting there thinking about, well, why is he... There's been a few instances, but why hate on the VA? Because you know what? I have seen nothing good come out of the VA. Sorry. That's my 2 cents. If you guys have anything you want to add, I can go on for hours about this topic. I can go on for hours about the whole civilian versus frickin' veteran. You know, civilian versus military. I could go on about the stupid crap of the way veterans look at us. I could tell you about the sheer fact that, you know, A lot of veterans don't even open their mouths and admit that they have it because it either makes them feel weak, or it makes, this thought of civilians are going to think you're fucking crazy and you're going to flip your shit at the drop of a hat. I mean, there's all this stereotypic bullshit going around, and it pisses me off. And you know what? I can go on for hours about it. But it wouldn't get the immediate message through. And I'm going to reiterate that one more time. If you've managed to last this long through my ranting and raving through this video, if you're having issues, give one of us in the description box a call or an email. Because get a hold of a fellow veteran. I don't think I've ever met a veteran. Didn't matter if you knew him or not. We have each other's backs. We have each other's six. It's just the way it is. You could be a complete and total stranger, and they'll still do what they can to try and help you out. I've seen veterans go out and help out complete strangers, help them move because, their significant other decided to kick them to the curb because they quote unquote changed. But that's all for me for right now. I apologize for the somber topic, but it's something that I needed to talk about because I'm getting tired of the crap being perpetuated in the wrong way. I'm getting tired of fucking my brothers and sisters being out there not realizing that there's a lot of us that they can talk to, and we don't think badly of it, we won't think down, we won't judge. But that's it for me. Like I asked earlier, if you watch this video, please share it just for the content itself. Just for the message. I know this is not the only way to go about doing it. And you know what? I've been reaching out in other ways as well. But this is just one of those things that really hit home today, and I wanted to push it even further. But for now, I'm out of here. Share the crap out of this video. I want to reach as many frickin' vets and active duty military members as I can. I don't want to lose anybody else. Plain and simple. Unless your name's Bergdahl, then in that case, as far as I'm concerned, I can care less about that one. And I'm sure that earned me a lot of brownie points in the frickin' gene pool of idiots, but hey, to each their own. I think well, that's another topic. We won't even get into that. But that's it for me. I'm out of here. I guess if you watched this, I'm glad you did. And I will see you guys next time. I'm out.